Hey everybody, and welcome to a swanky wild ride with Steve-O. We have got a wildly successful comedian this week. His name's Tom Segura, and when you hear about his private jet habit, you're not going to believe it. The guy is on fire, and this episode is hilarious, informative, and it happens in Austin, Texas, in the van which we drove all the way to Austin, Texas. Man, what a wild ride. And this episode is brought to you by Kamikoto Knives. Now, if you're serious about cooking, then it's time to get serious about your knives. And these knives are used by Michelin chefs all over the world. And these babies come in a killer cool box with a certificate of authenticity. Every knife is individually inspected, comes with a lifetime guarantee, and they're doing this crazy sale for Black Friday where they're really giving you great prices. But for the listeners of the Wild Ride podcast, you get an additional $50 off any knife set if you go to kamikoto.com/Steve-O. Doesn't hurt to use the promo code Steve-O too. Now, these things are just too much fun. I can't chop veggies enough. Yes. Man, I'm telling you. kamikoto.com/Steve-O for, on top of the killer sale they're doing for Black Friday, an additional $50 off any knife set you want to get with its certificate of authenticity, the cool box. I mean, come on, hop to it. kamikoto.com/Steve-O. And now let's get into it. Ladies and gentlemen, Tom Segura in the flesh.
ATX, baby.
Yeah, dude.
I can't believe you had this thing driven halfway across the country.
I know. We are physically in Austin, Texas, and I employed our buddy Vinny to drive it all the way here for this.
Pretty cool.
Very cool.
Do you know how much I like you? I'm telling you this out of the top. This is how much I like you. I got a call this morning.
Yeah.
That they could fit me in for an MRI that I need to get.
Oh, shit.
This morning.
Is this a basketball injury related MRI?
We don't, the surgeon thinks it's not related to it, which is kind of scary.
So it's in your knee?
No, it's stemming from my neck and spine. It's a nerve compression. He's like, I want to get this MRI, and they're like, we can fit you in, and I was like, I gotta go see Steve-O.
What time you gotta be there?
No, we moved it. We're not gonna do it.
Fuck.
Yeah. Man.
For this. So cheers.
Dude, cheers to you.
Cheers.
Fuck my back.
Yeah.
Wow. It's crazy, man. Bert Kreischer would never do that.
Bert would have never done that.
Yeah.
He's selfish.
Terrible person.
He's a narcissist.
Yeah. He just gaslights people all day.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Fucking sipping out of Hitler's teacup. Guy's an animal.
Yeah. You really got that off the dark web?
Yeah, I had to. I mean, I had to.
Can't really talk about it.
I talked to some people who knew some people. You know.
Did you use Bitcoin?
No, but I separated myself from the cash transactions.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they looked pretty similar when you did those photos side by side of them drinking.
It was his favorite cup.
Yeah.
That's what he was like, fuck Poland. And he sipped it, and then. Yeah.
You saw that he...
I saw it. It was, just like on TMZ, it took me forever to notice any difference.
It's pretty much the same thing, man.
Yeah, very much. So yeah, dude, here we are in Austin, Texas. You've been here for what, a year and a half?
Year and a half now, yeah.
Do you like it?
It's great, man. I mean, it's a total it's a total change in pace, you know. The way that I always think about it is that we work in chaos.
Yeah.
Right? You're at shows, you're at, thousands of people. There's all kinds of crazy shit going on. And you're coming back to a place that for me is much more tranquil, peaceful, which is a nice change from, personally, I did 19 years in LA. And I don't dislike, I still like LA a lot. There's a lot of things I miss about it, a lot of things I think are rad about LA. But I always did feel like you were leaving, you're coming back from chaos to kind of more chaos. And this is for me is like for having, I have 2 little kids. It's a very peaceful setup now. I like it.
I donated my skateboard to one of your kids.
Dude, that kid, he's like our wild dude. And so, he's
6 years old.
He's 6 years old. We took him to the skate park, and he was going off the ramp with like this dude was like, how long has he been skateboarding? We're like, this is his first lesson. And we're like, what? This guy's a fucking maniac. And he was just, he loves it. He loves it, dude.
So
Thank you for that.
Oh, dude, my pleasure, man. It was a great way to plug my Wee Man Steve-O board.
Yeah.
Worked out great for me.
Merch.
Yeah, dude. You had spoken to Scott about merch, right? Like, what's going on with the merch?
Yeah, well, I think after we spoke on the phone, you were like building a website, or it was like your old website to your new website, or you were interested, and
it went well. The guy we ended up linking up with is the best.
I don't even know if I linked you up with him, did I?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Yeah, right.
I don't remember.
Yeah, it was during the pandemic when everything was taking off, and we were trying to find a merch person too. But I mean, that was our one connection. Then you had my brother on your podcast talking about bukkake.
Your brother, here's the thing that I'll never forget about your brother. When he was telling me that, one of the things he was telling me was that, he was like, he was on heroin.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And he kept saying this thing that has never left me, which was, he had a job. He had like, I think, real estate or something.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, I kept like, I just couldn't get it to get, like, I would show up late, or I would forget the thing, or I was supposed to be here, but I couldn't get it together, right? And I remember him telling me all this stuff, and for some reason, it's like when someone says something and dots connect. All the times in my life where I've thought about somebody being like that, and you want to go, the fuck is going on with you, man? It made me go like, oh, maybe that person was on drugs, and not like drugs where you go falling down, strung out, clearly on drugs. He was doing drugs, but still, participating in trying to work. And those kind of people always made me crazy, where you're like, dude, it's fucking 10 o'clock. Like, where are you? And he kept telling me how he was like, every time I had an appointment or I was supposed to do something, I would just like fuck it up somehow. But it was because I was either on heroin or looking for heroin or trying to get heroin. And it's never left me. I think about it all the time, about all the times that you're trying to like, get something done with someone, and you're like, what is wrong with you?
Yeah, your spidey senses are going off, and they're disheveled, and there's like unmanageability. They're 8 minutes late. And they're
for
like,
everything.
Fucking sorry, and they're like sweating. It's like,
and that was
drugs.
like, he was like, oh yeah, that was heroin.
Yeah,
that was me like trying to get through life, but having heroin pull me in this direction.
Yeah, it's probably safe to say that if somebody's like that, there is definitely something pulling them
in that
where it's not a priority.
Right. Exactly.
Because it's like, that doesn't, like, you're sober. I mean, not sober, but like,
but not on.
You're on point. You're business savvy, and like, you tell us to get here at a certain time. You're here. We're here. It's like we got shit to do.
Everybody, you kind of, but like, there's also like people. This is like we're all friends and doing this, but like also like when you hire someone, you're like, hey, hey man, show me this property, and the person's like not answering, and then you're like, the fuck are you doing?
Their address is off slightly, and you're like, dude, you're a real estate guy. Like,
what are you
how
doing?
the fuck is that happening?
How are you not doing this?
Yeah.
But for some reason, he has been. That story for me is one of those things that is like, it's a file in my head ever since he said it. I always think of it when somebody is off. Yeah. I'm like, maybe this person's on drugs.
Yeah.
He'll be super happy to know that too.
Well, I mean, and also, I'll tell you this, as somebody, I saw him do stand-up at the store like, I don't know, 5 years ago. And I was like, oh, there's kernels of like a funny guy here and stuff. And then I've seen him on Instagram posting clips now, and he has gotten like light years better. He's gotten really good.
Yeah, he's been practicing a lot, and he just had a kid too.
I did not know that. Him in Chelsea.
Yeah. Yeah, and I was going to ask you about that too. Is because you started killing it before you had kids, or did your trajectory start taking off because like
we were like, we're not having kids.
Right.
until we can pay for kids.
Right.
I always thought that was a fucking, because we had so many friends in stand up who like even Bert, for instance, like he's one of those guys, has a kid, is like a feature act making $100 a show, and I was like and I wanted kids. I was the opposite of like a lot of couples, where I was the guy being like, I want kids, and Christina was like, we're gonna have kids on what we make? This is fucking crazy. And I knew like other comics who had, they had their kids at like 22 and they're out there doing, and I'm like, I was like, I mean, that was the part that I didn't fight back on that. I was like, I don't mind. I feel like you have to be like doing extraordinarily well to have kids, but I didn't want to be at the level I was at the time, which is a feature act. I'm making $100 a show.
Yeah.
And that is before I pay for my plane ticket. And you're like, dude.
So I'm guessing that the 6-year-old is the younger one.
No, he's the older one.
Oh, yeah? Because you've been killing it for a lot longer than that.
Well, actually, he was born, we decided we could start planning to have a kid after, we could start planning to have a kid, and then he came along, about 2 years later.
Okay.
So, like, in other words, started to do, like, I probably could have been like, we could have a kid 2013, 2014, it became clear, like, this trajectory is going better, like, and like, hey, we can start looking to do that. And then he was born at the end of 2015. So it was like, it was like solidified, like, okay, we're not going to be like, oh my God, how are we going to pay rent this month?
Yeah.
And then we started planning to have a kid.
But
So he'll be 7.
Yeah, because I mean, the dream of yours is to do comedy. Like, were you worried that having a kid would like crush your dreams?
Yes.
Now, in order to have children, you gotta have sex. In order to have sex, you gotta have a boner. Now, if you want to have a raging boner, then it's time to look into Blue Chew tablets. Why? Because they've got the same active ingredient as both Viagra and Cialis, except they only cost a fraction of the price. And if you're wondering, do Blue Chew tablets mean having a lot of fun? The answer is yes. Just ask my girl, because when I chew up my Blue Chew tablets, I declare war on her vagina. Yeah, with my wiener. Huge boner time, I'm telling you. And for the listeners of the Wild Ride podcast, if you go to bluechew.com and use the promo code STEVO, they will send you an entire month's supply of Blue Chew tablets. All you gotta pay is $5 for shipping. Plus, when you get to the website and consult with the medical provider, you take care of the prescription very simply, very easily, without any awkward visit to a doctor's office. It's so convenient. And again, Blue Chew tablets are so fun. Just between me and you guys, I just got home. I haven't seen Lux in 12 days. I'm taking her to Bone Town. And I'm taking her to Bone Town with some Blue Chew tablets. You're out of your mind if you don't jump on this deal. It's bluechew.com with the promo code STEVO for an entire month's supply of Blue Chew tablets. All you got to pay is $5 for shipping. You and your boner are going to thank me. So jump on that and let's talk about kids.
Or did it make you work harder?
Well, both. I think both happen. When you have a kid, you start to go like, oh, like your immediate thing is like, well, I'm no longer cool, right? Because you're like, when you're out and you're like drinking, partying, you're just like this, have nothing, I can go to bed at fucking 4 a.m. All of a sudden you go, if I have a kid, am I going to be like a dad comic who's like diapers, and like my shit's going to be automatically lame? Like that's your fear. But the other thing that happens, I think it's almost like in our DNA is like the second it's like your spouse starts showing and you're like, oh, there's a fucking baby that I'm responsible for. You go into like this like hunter gathering, hustle mode where it's like a drive that you didn't know even existed in you, where you're just like so focused to be like, I have to provide.
Yeah, I had a guy ask me one time if I was like 30, and he's like, you have kids? And he's like a Middle Eastern guy, and I said, said, no, dude, I still got a lot of stuff I want to do with my life. And he's like, what are you talking about? I was like, I want to make money and this and that. And he was like so shocked. And he's like, in the Middle Eastern culture, the more kids you have, the more money you make. It's a good omen.
Yeah, there's a lot of people. I still remember Al Madrigal. Al Madrigal was telling me, I think I was telling him, this was before we were having him. He was like, don't you want kids? Because he had kids young too. Or he had kids young. And I was like, yeah, but this and that. He goes, he was kind of like that. He goes, the universe will provide. He's like, if you have kids, he goes, it just provides. You're going to be fine. Like, do it.
People used to have kids so that when they were old, elderly, that they would have these kids to take care of them.
Yeah.
And then now, it's like the kids are just baggage and burden, and the elderly are taking care of their kids like forever.
And like American culture is kind of sad on how we treat our elderly. Like
Oh my God!
when you compare it to like the Japanese, where they just like honor their elderly.
They revere
wash
the elder.
their parents' feet every morning before they get out of bed.
And we just get them out of our sight. Like it's a party foul to be old.
Yeah, it sucks. That's really sad.
I know.
And because I actually still really dig, like, you ever just like run into some old dude and just chat him up, and you're like, this was like the best. Even if it's like a 5-minute combo, like just the knowledge, the stories, the fun of those guys. And like, I feel like most of them are like, someone's talking to me.
Right.
Almost like a homeless person. Like a homeless person will be like, thanks for talking to me.
Right.
Like old people would be like, hey, thanks. Like,
that's why I'm so scared of old age.
Yeah.
Because to be an old attention whore.
Yeah.
Yes. Where you need to be the center of attention, but nobody wants to pay attention to old people.
So true.
Because old people are a reminder of mortality.
Absolutely.
And nobody wants to think about their mortality. They want to have their blinders on and just like la 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 la.
I know. And you get every year. I mean, I don't know if it happens to you, but like every year I get older, there's this part of you that has to go like, oh, like I am inching closer.
Right.
Right? Like you don't want to like spend all day thinking about it.
Right.
But then like you get phone calls like, hey, we just need to go over this whole life insurance policy you got.
Yeah.
And you're like, all right. And then they're like, so if you go, and you're like, oh shit. Like
You have life insurance?
oh, I got massive life insurance.
Wow.
Yeah.
Beneficiaries is a scary word, and fucking
Yeah. And it gets like, I mean, then there's like all these little types of like I've had different policies, and like it's a very morbid topic, but then you start going like you have the conversation, and in my case you finish the phone call and then you like turn around and you see your kids and you're like,
right,
yeah, I kind of gotta set this up. Like,
has your premium for life insurance gone down with your weight?
I just got a new policy, and I have a call about it's a new type of insurance that I've never even. I think because my tour is so big, they're like, oh, we can get you into this big baller life insurance program now. So I think it's I don't know what it's going to be, but I think I'm in a better place for sure for not being huge and fat.
Yeah. And I mean, dude, you look at your catalog of specials.
Yeah.
And like, hey, you were a bigger boy.
Well, you're getting more handsome as you get older.
It's just, dude, I mean, I wish I could. I get mad at myself about it because I hate that. I almost, you ever like resent that something's part of your story? I resent.
Yeah, my attempt at becoming a rapper.
Yeah. Like you hate that it's a footnote.
Yeah.
Like I almost resent, my own struggles with weight, just because I know it's not. It wasn't a disease. It's not like I'm not genetically like, oh, if I eat, it's just from being an overeating, sedentary person. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, but dude, is that because I get like that as well, touring on the road, like you're in a hotel room, like you kind of want to comfort eat.
Yeah. You know what it really is? It was not dealing with emotions, in a healthy way. I just like an emotional eater. And I would just stuff myself and like eat like an asshole and not exercise, and then you go like, hey, how'd you change that? Well, I started eating healthier and exercise. Like it's so simple that it almost
just the shame that you're not in a shame spiral of like masturbating in a hotel room,
which
eating
was
fast food, and then you just go to bed, take a nap before the show for 3 hours.
That's exactly what, and I also feel like that is part of that is actually the when you don't know what's going to happen with your life, when you're fully signed up for stand up, like fully signed up for stand up at like 20, so you realize you're like 26, 27. So, you know, everyone started their careers kind of out of college and they're like, you're like, all right, now I'm like 4 or 5 years removed from that. And now I'm in, and I'm making $100 a show. I'm doing 6 shows, and I have to pay for my plane ticket, and you know, like I'm gonna go home with like $200, and I think the anxiety of almost like this is crazy would be a masturbation, food binging, lay around all day kind of cycle.
Yeah,
that would it would be like.
I seem to recall a bit in one of your earlier specials about masturbating in hotel rooms.
Oh yeah. I mean, all that shit was like, this is what I'm doing. I'm talking about. You know, I always say like, talk about what you know. I'm like, this is what I'm doing. Like,
right.
And then like, I remember like, I remember lying about my weight in that special. In that special, I say I'm 245. Well, I remember I do. I say I'm 245. I'm 255 in that special, and I say I'm 245 because I think I'm more comfortable lying about those 10 pounds. And then on the next special, where I'm actually doing like my career's going better, and I remember I had a gym membership and I hired like the trainer. I'm working out more, and I'm actually like a little bulkier, but I'm eating more. I'm actually like 263 in the next one. And I'm like and then I remember the end of that, like that special and that tour comes out, and I got on a scale and I saw I was 268. And I was like, holy shit, this is like really getting towards the big 300 that you don't want to hit. And that's when I was like, but even then it was like, you know, it's always been like up, down.
Well, it seems that it's the opposite, because, you know, you lost the weight and have kept it off. Like you didn't.
Well, I think when you're the person, you're so fixated on little amounts, because I actually got a lot. I lost a bunch of weight for the special that came out called Disgraceful, which came out in 2018. Then I gained 20 pounds, which doesn't sound crazy, but the next special that came out, I'm 20 pounds heavier. And I was so ashamed of that, because like I was so happy about where I had been before. And then that special came out. Then I got injured later that year with the basketball thing. Yeah. And that was the thing that really, when I got out of the hospital, I was like, man, I gotta finally try to be consistently healthy. Like, meaning like, not just go pick a number, like, because I think that's the big fuck up for people that are like trying to manage weight, is you go, this is just stick to the number. It's like, you gotta just be consistent in your maintenance. It's not about being like, I need to be 210 or 2, like whatever the number is. It's like saying, no, I gotta just eat right and exercise and like not be a piece of shit all the time. And that's the difference from now, is that I just try to be consistent with like.
What do you do at home?
What's your exercise of choice?
Right now, so I mix it up. I have a Peloton bike, so I do like, I like that for like on cardio days. I have kettlebells. I like doing kettlebell circuits, you know, so like you do like swings, goblets, press, like you kind of mix up split squats. And then on the road, I bring a trainer. So that's really the game changer. Is I bring Sean Nix, who's like this super fit, like dude who he's with me like this every day on the road. So it's like he orders lunch, I order lunch with him. He's like, when are we going to the gym? We work out every day.
And you're traveling on a tour bus?
Yeah, we fly, and then usually the bus meets us where we fly, and then, you know, we're in hotels. But like, you know, we also, it's like some hotels have like these unbelievable gyms. Some have dog shit gyms.
Yeah.
Sometimes there's no gym and they go, there's a fucking, like a
Orange Theory down the street.
Yeah, so we just do what we do. We bring our boxing equipment. We might box one day, but we really have no days off. So we just consistently do things.
What's your writer like for food?
Food? It's my green room has turkey slices.
No,
and
no carbs.
Yeah, veggie platter. Yeah, I mean, most days I have yogurt and blueberries every morning for breakfast. Then I have like egg whites and turkey. And then we have protein shakes usually every day, 50 grams protein in a shake. And then, we do a lot of chicken, leaner cuts of beef. I used to always eat, like if I went to a steakhouse, I'd be like, what's the biggest fucking ribeye you have? And I would like stuff it would hurt. And I would be like, you have to finish. Like, crazy shit. Like, I feel crazy. And now it's like, oh no, I'll have the 8-ounce thing and I'll be like,
Filet
fine.
charred rare with veggies.
I mean, yeah, I feel fine with that. Yeah. It's just like.
Do you have a sauna?
No, I'm one of the only guys in my circle of friends. Everybody's a huge. Are you a sauna guy too?
No, we were talking about it, and because I'm dying to know. Everybody has saunas.
Everybody.
And I've been dying to get a sauna, and I'm about to get a sauna. The problem is nobody talks about what sauna they get, because there's certain saunas that, like, all the research is done at 175 degrees and higher. But I don't know what sauna is the best, and I was hoping that you had one so you could tell me which one.
So I am building my own gym.
Yeah.
Because I want to have some shit that I can't do at my house. So I bought a building and I'm building my own gym, and I am getting a sauna in there, and I'm going to consult with a couple friends about
which one to get.
Yes.
What about, because I just bought the Morosco Forge ice bath.
I got a cold plunge at the house.
Yeah.
I like that.
If you ask me, it's cold enough already. I mean, winter's here. And with winter comes the holidays. And with the holidays comes a whole lot of e-commerce. And I'm telling you, the only way that we can ship our autographed Wee Man and Steve-O skateboards to fill the demand is with ShipStation. And if you're not selling stuff online, then allow me to report that you're blowing it. And especially with the holidays, man, everybody's out there just making tons of money, and they're doing it a lot easier with the help of ShipStation. It's one interface that's super intuitive, easy to use, brings together all of your different methods of selling. If you're selling on Amazon, Etsy, on your own website, it's all in one interface, and it brings in all of your shipping services. The United States Post Office, UPS, FedEx, plus they hook you up with rates that are normally reserved for Fortune 500 companies. They just give you the best deals on shipping. They make it all easy to use. You print out your labels, and it's all off and running. Plus, if you go to shipstation.com, then hit the microphone in the top right corner, plug in the promo code STEVO, and you're off and running with the 60-day free trial. It's so awesome, and every single thing that I ship from my e-commerce online store, I ship with ShipStation. I swear by it. My business is a success because of it. And I'm telling you that you're out of your mind if you don't jump on this 60-day free trial for hassle-free, totally convenient shipping. I'm telling you, it's time to make ship happen. So go to ShipStation.com, top right corner, hit the microphone, plug in the promo code STEVO, and you're off to the races. Now, let's talk about this cold plunge. Do you like it?
No.
But
No.
do you love it afterwards?
Yes.
Yeah.
It is a good, and you know what really helped me get through it? So I remember like when I first got it, I was like, all right, what's the, like I just looked up, like, what's the minimum you're supposed to try to get to? And everybody's like, you want to do 3 minutes, start, if you can't do that, try to do 2 minutes, try to do a minute, whatever. So I get in. I started at like 50 degrees, which like people don't even respect in like cold plunge, right? And I did my 3 minutes, and then I was like, all right. I kept doing 3 minutes, and I started to lower the temperature. I was just trying to figure out like how can I don't know, do better at this or whatever. You know Wim Hof?
Yeah.
Sure.
He has this YouTube video that's just a breathing exercise video. It has like 40 million views.
Okay.
Like 40 million. And it's him literally, it's not even his face, it's his voice taking you through a breathing exercise. In, out. Now, and it's a guided breathing exercise. And you see numbers as the breath is animated, right? I did it with him so I put that on top of the cold plunge cover as I was sitting there. And then I kind of and then he's like, now take this break, and now let's do the next sequence. And
Is it designed for breathing while you're in a cold plunge?
It's actually, you can use it for that, or just guided breathing, even like if you want to just like start your day, you know, like, because it has multiple benefits. Right. But it's particularly helpful in that setting, in the cold plunge setting, I think. First time I do it with him in like 47 degree water, 6 minutes. Because I was lost in the breath guidance. So like, highly recommend, if you're going to try that, or if you're trying to improve, to pull up that video and you won't even be aware of time. It's just, you just have Wim Hof taking you through it. It's
because you got a cold plunge.
I got a cold plunge. It's been sitting in my front yard for literally months. I don't even know how many months. A lot of months. I haven't even tried it yet.
Try it.
I haven't even tried it yet. And the last I heard was that like inside it's just like growing mold.
Yeah, we gotta fix that.
You have to have that treated.
Yeah, but do you notice a difference in your sleeping and all that? After the cold, do you notice any difference from it?
Oh my God! Well, the first thing is like when you get out, and in the moments afterward, after there's all types of actual chemical releases going on.
Yeah,
your brain is releasing a number of real endorphins and like what is it?
Norepinephrine or something.
Yes, all that is actually. So you do have this sense of like euphoria and like, I mean, you feel like
you're invigorated.
Yes, you're very invigorated. Yeah,
well,
it's a dope feeling. It really is.
All right, then I'm gonna have to try it.
Because that's a whoop strap, right?
Yeah.
And are you noticing good recoveries after you do ice bath? Like, when you wake up in the morning, what's your percentage of recovery normally?
It's been rough for me lately. It has been. My travel and
I'm on 99% recovery today.
I'm like 34% or something.
But I think that's
99?
good. Today last night I went to bed like aberrationally early. I'm normally like a night guy, and I just tapped out at
But dude, like
8:30.
we'll have a call with Whoop, and Steve's like, yeah, my HRV recovery is like 140, and they're like, what? Like triathletes don't even have that.
That is incredible. What do you attribute that to?
It's how good of a job I'm doing at avoiding sugar.
Really?
Yeah, I noticed that like when I cut out sugar, my HRV goes way up.
My that is my, everybody had like, when I used to want to just like lose weight. People would go like, cut out your drinking, and I'm like, yeah, I don't really drink, and then they just go, oh, and you're like, thanks for the advice.
How about Bert? He's like,
Yeah.
dude, I switched to tequila.
Tequila, my Whoop recovery is off the charts, dude.
He's so proud of his tequila discovery. I mean, he really feels like he made like a doctor who's like, you know what is causing cancer? Like he feels like he made an actual landmark discovery with tequila.
Yeah, all the comments on the video that I posted about that clip is just like, yeah, that's an alcoholic talking right there.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
And he's like here's what you need to do. You don't need to stop drinking. You need to start drinking tequila. Like he's really proud of this.
And I'm like, you think that's what it is? He's like, 100%.
100%. So out of his mind. No, for me, I have noticed so much of how my life is, like how everything in this shell is affected by sugar.
Yeah.
If dude, like, it's not just weight, digestion, like
Inflammation,
everything,
mood.
and I can have this like thing where I'll have incidental sugars, or
Sure.
what I call, like, this thing has 2 grams of sugar in
Right.
it, right? You're like, whatever. But I mean, if you go like, I want sugar, like I want a brownie or whatever, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like a donut. I can have that and be like, fine. But if you go like, let's have another one, and let's have one tomorrow, like, and I build a pattern, it only within a couple days I notice a complete transformation, like a complete downward
Yeah.
spiral.
And like we're both like addicts in every sense of the word. So like if I open that cage door a little crack, the whole gorilla comes out.
Sugar is my favorite one. It's my favorite one. It's not.
It's the number 1 drug in the world.
It is, yeah. And I can, like, people go like, if you had to, like, like, because high fat is very satiating, right? Like something like rich and
For sure.
and butter, and I'm like, of course, delicious. But if you give me the option, I'll be like, oh, sugar every time.
Yeah. Big
Like
time.
on the way here, I had a headache. Woke up in the morning, had coffee, whatever, had a headache, and then I was like, man, I need to eat something. And they had dehydrated mango in the front on the way here, and I ate a couple. My headache went away, and I'm like, it's 22 grams of sugar for a fucking dehydrated mango. I'm like, I just drank a Coke.
Yeah.
My headache's gone. I think it's a problem.
Sugar's incredible. It's incredible.
They think that, like, when I went taking tours of the Mayan ruins, they were like, dude, these fucking ruins were around for 10,000 years or 5,000 years. And then when the British came, when they started like teaching them how to mill for sugar, everybody scattered because the diseases started happening and diabetes, and people started dying off, that they thought the land was cursed, so they left. But really what happened was they started teaching them how to like make rum from all the sugar cane and shit. And like they left within 100 years of that happening because everybody started dying of diseases.
Unbelievable.
I mean, sugar.
Sugar, man. Yeah, it is. It's deadly.
In Texas, people are healthier. I mean, I guess in California's a pretty high baseline for.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Texans feel more like, I mean, this also, Austin's kind of an anomaly when you say
Right.
Texas, because
For
like,
sure.
it really is like a unique place. I mean, this is the city that has the hippies and the
Right.
plant-based people. On top of, obviously, you still have like your barbecue and all that stuff, but
Right.
it is kind of a unique.
It's kind of Nashville-y.
Yeah.
And Portland. A little bit.
Yeah.
Like the whole keep Austin weird. There's,
I mean, it's the blue city in a red state. It really
Yeah.
is. I mean, this is like you can go 30 miles outside of the city and you feel like you're in a different country.
Right.
So, yeah, I mean,
yeah, I taped my first special in Austin
you did. Where
at the Paramount.
Oh, it's great. It's a great spot.
Yeah,
You guys were doing a live podcast there.
We did.
In
We
the
did one
beginning,
last
right?
year. Yeah, it was fun. Super fun.
It does with podcasting, like getting guests. Is that
I thought it was going to be more challenging than it is.
do you piggyback on people flying in to do Rogan at all?
No. I thought that was going to be a thing, and I didn't want it to be, but I also, you kind of just have like this acceptance. It's been its own, like, no, people are flying in to do our
People
show.
are flying in to do, dude, epic, man.
Yeah, I mean,
Congrats on
I just
that.
had Tarantino on, and
Wow.
he did Rogan like a couple months ago, but like
Right.
or last year, but I
What-
mean,
Is Tarantino promoting
a book, yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah, he is. That's
Yeah,
right.
so he had
I
like,
heard
but he
about
came
that.
in, did our show, and like, I mean, I've had a bunch of comics that like they're just booked. We've flown people in. We've had people, it's just like we also find out who's coming to town. Like we do it that
Right.
way, and Joe's thing too is it's such a juggernaut. Like what he has is its own unique on a rocket ship thing that like I've never thought of it as like I'm competing with him or anything like that. It's like he does this thing. He also has an incredibly full schedule too.
Yeah.
Where it's like
Booked out
Yeah.
like a month or two in advance.
Do you
So-
have a booker?
we've used like we have internally we have people that book, and then we also sometimes use an external booking service for certain people, but like also the agencies will help, like like
Your agents.
yeah,
And like
we'll kind of figure out like who they think would be a good fit, who might be willing to. And I have like a lot of started to even, I'll find out somebody that I wanna, man, I'd love to podcast with this person, get their information, and start even personally reaching out to people.
Yeah.
I'll do that too.
Pierce.
Yeah.
We met up with the guy who shit his testicles out
Oh,
of his
Pierce
ass.
Paris.
Yeah. Dude, this
That dude's rad.
he's the best.
Yeah.
He's the best. I spoke with him since I'm doing your podcast, and I was like, okay, like here's the deal. I think that my episode with you was supposed to come out the 1 week, but it came out a week later. So he wasn't privy to everything I discussed about my future plans, and so I filled him in all in person. Okay, so this is what, and he's like, I'm in his wheelhouse.
Yeah. No, you guys are like,
Yeah, I'm in his wheelhouse.
he's so fun and he's so creative. Like, dude, every time we announce a new live show, which is like our ticketed event,
Yeah.
which is like the no rules,
Right.
crazy streaming show, he puts together a pitch deck.
Dude,
of, like,
He's a professional.
Yeah.
He's made multiple pitch decks for me.
Yeah, and you're like,
Yeah.
he's like, yeah, and then this will be on the back of a semi, and it'll be driven into my asshole. And you're like, all right. Like, he's really.
Yeah.
And I also say, I know I've said this on other podcasts, but I am always, I mean, and I think you probably have discovered the same thing. I'm always taken by how almost everybody I've met in the adult industry are like the kindest, like
Yeah. For
nicest, most down to earth people that I've worked. Like they're always so friendly.
Yeah, I want to get a porn star on this show.
And I cannot wait to start training with him.
Yeah.
Training my asshole.
Train your asshole. Nobody can get it ready like he can.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And he was just describing to me like you have like an outer butthole and an inner butthole, and you have to start training the inner butthole.
Oh my God.
That's how things get stuck. The inner butthole.
Yeah.
Are you ready for this?
I'm gonna give it hell, dude.
Yeah.
So wait, he described getting some serious objects in there.
I bet.
Well, you can get a fist up there.
That is fucking wild to me. That is
Yeah.
something I don't want anything to do with either. I have
Right.
zero interest. I've had fingers in there. That's the
Oh,
most.
yeah?
Well, yeah. I mean, I've had
Yeah.
a finger in there. Yeah,
Sure.
but a fist, I have zero
Right.
interest in.
Right. I don't.
I even here's the thing. Like, I've had a finger in there, and I've been like, I want to, and like, I'm not trying to not enjoy this, but I almost felt like the more joy came from the moments before the finger. You know what I mean? Like the outer rim.
Of course. That's where all the nerve endings are.
Yeah, but the inside wasn't as thrilling to
You
me.
put another one. No, don't. But
You're like,
no.
I was like, and like, are you having fun? I'm like, I think so.
Yeah.
And I want it to be fun.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I think that's how girls feel. I guess like, the first 3 times you do anal, it's horrible.
Yeah.
And then after that, it's the best thing ever.
Really? That's
so I've heard.
so you've heard.
So it's probably like that with the finger.
Are you a big anal guy?
No. I like the idea of it.
Yeah.
Like the idea of how dirty it is.
Right.
Is cool, but like the reality of it's like, there's a piece of shit in there.
Yeah.
Or,
Yeah.
something
I'm
like that.
not too concerned with it.
Yeah.
So we were dying to ask you of the flying that you do.
Yeah.
What percentage of it is on private jets these days?
God damn it. It's pretty high.
Seems like somebody feels a little bit guilty about their private jet habit, and maybe they could use some therapy. The good news is that this episode is brought to you by BetterHelp.com, which is the largest online therapy service in the world. And maybe it's like serious things that you got to work out, relationship problems with your boss. Maybe that's tough to talk to about. So you don't know where to turn. Well, BetterHelp.com takes all of that out of the equation. And they've matched over 3 million people with professionally licensed, vetted, qualified therapists. And I will tell you myself, I am in therapy and I feel very strongly about the benefits of it. So, for you, if you want to make it even more affordable than it already is, BetterHelp.com. That's BetterHelp.com/Stevo will give you 10% off your first month. And I really think it's worth giving it a shot. Like I said, we've all got things that are difficult to talk about. We don't know where to turn to. And with BetterHelp.com, you take a very simple questionnaire. They match you up with the right therapist for you, and boom, you're off to the races. So, one more time, go to betterhelp.com/Stevo. That's betterhelp.com/Stevo for 10% off your first month. I swear by it, and I think you will too. Now, let's talk about these private jets.
Are you ashamed of that?
I mean, you're a little embarrassed by it,
You
but
deserve
also,
it.
well, here's the absolute real truth of this. The tour that I have been on,
I'm coming everywhere.
yes, the I'm Coming Everywhere World Tour is literally, I'm talking logistically impossible to do this amount, like these shows. If you look at the weeks and the amount of shows and the amount of cities, you could not. I would have to reduce the tour to do it commercially. It wouldn't be the same tour. It literally, you can't go. I'm doing Kansas City, Cheyenne, Eugene, Ottawa, Providence in a week. Like, you wouldn't be able to do it commercially. Like, the only way you can do that touring is to charter, because you're literally going from the show to the airport to fly to the city so that you're there. Like, you'd have to do 3 connections on some of those. We would miss flights. Now, I don't do every flight like that. There's weeks where we go, all right, I'll fly it was like, I was flying to Toronto and I was like, you know what? I'll leave the day before and fly commercially. It was no big deal. If I fly to LA from Austin, there's so many flights. I'm like, I'll take a commercial flight. But on the routing of the tour, it's mostly charter. Yeah.
Can you fly charter doing theaters? Does it make sense economically?
It depends.
2 theaters a night, yes? Or like, if you were consistently selling out 2 theaters a night, would it make sense to fly private?
On the answer would be, well, it really isn't a depends scenario, because what I mean by theater, like, first of all, there's different size theaters. Like, all this is very...
Right.
So it's like 3,000 and above, you probably can.
Yes. If you're doing 3,000 seats a theater, that's a pretty good sized theater. That means you're doing 6,000 tickets a night, and you're doing that a few nights, like 3 nights a week, 4 nights a week. Yeah, you could do it. You still would probably, it's so expensive, you would still probably go back and forth, meaning like you take the commercial ones when it makes sense. It is extraordinarily expensive, but here's the thing. The way if you look at it like the way I'm explaining, you're taking that charter flight to make money. It's not just for like the flex or the luxury of the flight. You're actually going like, this flight is allowing me to go make money in this other,
That's our goal. We want to do, Are you still getting burnt out flying private the same way you would commercial, or not the same? Or?
I mean, the biggest convenience you find from a charter flight, you usually think of it as like when you see it, you see the inside of you're like, oh my God. It is the fact that when the flight's at 10 a.m., you could pull up at 9:45. And that when you land, you literally go from the tarmac to the hotel. It's the time saving. It's like, it feels like
and sleeping all the way reclined.
And also like sleeping in that morning instead of getting up 3 hours before you need to be at the airport. So like it's that you actually feel like you time travel. Like you land, you're like, I can't believe we're here now. Like, or you're in the next city you're performing in 2 hours after the show that just ended in another city. So you're like, oh, we're here now. Like, you can't believe that you're there that quickly. That's the part of it that becomes, you're like, this is so great. I don't want to give this up. But it is extremely expensive. Yeah.
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 When you're doing your tour bus legs,
Yeah.
is your tour bus these days wrapped with obnoxious?
Burt stuff? No, it is completely discreet. Yeah.
Yeah,
I knew from day one I would not be that guy because I don't want
right.
like who's in there. I'm the opposite, you know. And the fucking first time I saw Bert's bus, I was like, you're gonna have everybody knocking on. He goes, no. And then he called me. He was like, dude, people are knocking on the door. Wanting me to come out. I go, yeah, it's got your face on it, bro.
The last time I spoke to Bert in here,
Yeah.
I cursed him. I said, you bastard. I saw you doing it. I fucking wrapped my bus,
Of course.
dude. You fucking...
Of course.
Yeah, we have. Steve has a sign that says it's not okay to knock.
Yeah, it's not okay to knock. Please do not disturb. And it's on a motion sensor. So when they're walking up to, like, it comes on.
That's, you have that.
That diminishes it, but
Right.
it does not
Does
eliminate it.
But like, I know that you at least have that, like, hey, respect me. Bert doesn't have that.
Right.
His sign might be like, go ahead and knock. But,
Yeah.
Crazy. Yeah.
Let me tell you the machine story.
Oh my God.
He sits him down.
He started
tells the
knocking. He's
story.
like, when I was 22 years old. Yeah.
How much time does Bert spend in Austin? Like,
I mean, you know, it's not easy, obviously. Like he's made huge sacrifices for it, but yeah, he comes in and we try to bank, you know. I mean, the show, we always try to, like, the show is the two of us. We call it guest bears because we just have to now. But like, he'll come in.
guest bears, meaning like
Someone sits in for one of the two of us. So like,
right, I was a guest with him.
yeah, and like this week, you know, he and Neil Brennan are on, and then like I just had Giannis on, like, you know, so people come in so that we never want to go dark for a week.
Right.
But like he'll come in. He was in town. We recorded 4 together. He's coming in town next month, and we'll do 4 over 2 days. So basically, we'll do a month of shows in 2 days. We'll try to do something together so we have like an activity or something fun to do. But yeah, I mean, you know, it's just the way to keep the show going.
Is Two Bears, does it do bigger numbers than your mom's house? Or about the same?
They vary. I mean, like some weeks your mom's house will do better. Some weeks Two Bears. I think the consistently
They're both huge.
They're both pretty big. I mean, it just depends. I mean, they're both pretty solid, like big shows. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Bert's got to feel a little bit sad about how Bertcast does compared to...
No, it's not even close.
Yeah.
No.
Does Bert fly private?
Yes, a lot. Yes, but I fly a much better aircraft.
I bet.
Yeah, we did a Canada tour, and for my Newfoundland shows,
Yeah.
I was like, dude, I'm going private.
Yes, dude.
I'm on your guys' heels, man. I've been
Dude, when you
I've been doing theaters where even like Bert's coming up, you know, like like the electric signs, like Steve-O's tonight, like Bert's, you know.
Yeah, next month. Yeah.
I mean, I'm even in the mix on the same theater.
That's rad, dude. Congratulations.
Thank you. Super stoked.
Do you see more sellout tickets from like a swipe up or from like promoting it on the podcast? Or are you like reluctant to do that, or are you like,
no,
let's sell out, fucking boom, let's do a swipe up, and like, hey, there's still tickets left in Phoenix. Does that like,
if there's still tickets left, you know, that's usually a post, I think, you know, like when they're like, hey, if you want to do a post, there's tickets left for Friday's show. That's a post. Usually podcast stuff is more like announce stuff, you know, like these are the shows coming up, and then that has its own effect. But the posts usually work for like trying to clean up a show, you know?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm very gun shy about promoting tour on social media.
why?
because I just feel like I want my engagement to be strong. I want what I post to be like super popular on there, and if it feels too promotional,
I feel like
or
that
solicitation, it's gonna turn people off.
I don't think so, because you do enough that isn't that you've bought yourself the opening to do.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like Instagram was like that a couple years ago, but now it's like it just needs content. Like your people are like starving.
I mean, I'm terrible. I don't particularly like. I'm not a good social media manager. You know,
Yeah.
like I mean, like I think you like Bert, for instance. I mean, I'll give him full credit. You know,
His tour promos are great.
he's the promo king. He, you know, content guy. You do great content. You know, I'm more reluctant. I just go like, you know, I find that the stuff that does the highest engagement for me is anything that is truly an organic thing, which is usually actually a still. It's a still with a comment.
Right.
Those do the biggest things for me by far. I mean,
Yeah, and like grievously fucking yourself up playing basketball.
that will do it too. That will do very well. That would actually made me an incredible amount of money. But the you know, like I do a lot of promotional stuff, and I just kind of like, meaning like new podcast clips. Here they are. Announcement of things. Here they are. Because I kind of go like, this is a promotional tool, and then I'll tell myself like, all right, you know, like I ran into Steve, I'll put that up, and that'll do huge engagement. It's just a photo and a caption, and it's kind of like, all right, this is not a I'm not saying click here. It's just
right.
This is just a photo.
Yeah.
And I think those are important to have. But I think you do so much content that you've bought yourself the goodwill to promote whenever you want. You know.
I think once you get fake tits, that's gonna be a fun promotion.
That'd be great. Are you getting fake tits?
Yeah.
That's great. Those will look good on you.
Yeah, it's.
I mean, who wouldn't want to go see him on tour taking a photo with his titties?
Oh, how long will they be
I'm only planning on keeping them in for 3 months, and that
in? You're gonna actually get them in?
I'm gonna get a big
Yeah,
job.
what other kind of fake tits are you talking about?
I thought you were talking about like a prosthetic.
No,
no.
I'm fucking getting breast augmentation surgery, pal.
What gave you this idea?
And I'm told that I can do D or double D. So you know I only heard double D.
No.
Yeah, dude.
Wait, what made you do this?
It's the next logical step for me, and the
gone.
that's where the bar is at.
Bro.
That's where the bar
The
is.
gone too far.
Dude, I was going to sleep last night at 8:30 p.m. and I was thinking about Tim Kennedy. I was like, dude, I could get Tim Kennedy to hook up the
Sniper.
sniper shit.
Sniper his tits off. You can have him on your mom's house when he's got the titties.
I would love that.
Oh,
Are you
dude,
gonna change
yeah.
your pronouns?
No. I'm not, I
Dude, bro.
identify as a heterosexual guy.
Okay. Cisgender male, white male.
Yeah, it's heterosexual guy.
Double D?
male. That's what I'm told, man. I got I'm developing man boobs, dude. I can fit them.
Holy shit, dude.
Yeah.
That's why. And when do you know when you're doing it?
Whenever my next special comes out.
And then, and then you'll have obviously the removal done after the.
Yeah. It's from my next tour is the Gone Too Far tour.
That's where Pierce is going to come into play.
I think this is going to do so well. You're going to be on nothing but PJs.
That's kind of what I'm thinking.
Yeah, I got the connect for you, by the way. When you want to pull the trigger.
When you get your titties, he's got the connect.
Yeah.
Holy shit, dude.
Yeah, it's good stuff, man. How's married life, dude?
You know, it's good. I will say that embarking on a tour like I did is not helpful.
Okay.
It's not good for home life.
Right.
I was gone too much.
Yeah.
I think I talked to my agent about it. I was like, yo, I'm not going to tour for a minute. I'm not like one of these guys that finishes the tour and announces my,
Well, right. I mean, you don't want to take some time off to chunk together your next album.
Yeah, I like, that's how I work. I
For sure.
I work, hey, let's start over. I go to a club. I start working it out. And like, I already told him, I was like, next tour, you know,
Bill Burr style.
60 cities, but spread it out.
Yeah.
I'm not doing, you know, this tour I'm on, dude. I mean, it started in August of 21. It'll end May 15 of 23, and it's going to end up being like, I mean,
You came everywhere.
like 300 shows in like
Yeah.
190 cities. It's way too crazy. It's too hard to like have a healthy home life
Right.
and do that.
It's tough, man. I have my relationship. We have a deal like we don't spend more than 2 weeks apart,
That's a good one.
and we've been breaking the rule a lot with.
And it's hard.
Because with the tour bus, you know, like it doesn't make sense to go out for just 2 weeks.
No,
You know,
yeah.
it makes more sense to go for 3 weeks.
Yeah. You ever fly her out?
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's invited everywhere I go all the time, no matter what.
How long
Like,
you guys been together?
Almost 6 years.
Almost 6 years.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a long time.
I know. It's my first time I ever made it to 1 year.
Really?
Yeah.
This is the first time?
I know that my previous record was like 10 months in a relationship.
Your whole life?
Yeah.
Wow.
And now I've got the one, dude.
Good for you, man.
Yeah. Thank you.
Congrats. That's awesome.
Yeah, dude. So how long have you been married?
We are at 14 years
14 years of marriage.
of marriage.
How long were you together before you got married?
Like 3 and change, I think. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
It's a long time. Young. That's
Yeah.
pretty young.
Right.
Young hearts beat fast.
I mean, we started dating when I was 25.
Wow.
Yeah. You're 43 now.
Mm-hmm.
You're coming everywhere tour.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what the special is going to be called?
No, I just shot it. I shot it 2 weeks
Okay.
ago.
Where at?
In Phoenix at the Celebrity Theater.
Okay.
So I shot 4 there. I've never shot 4 before.
4 shows for one special.
Yeah. All my friends started doing it, and I got kind of like, I want to know what that feels like. And it is kind of a game changer. Because I think what actually happens is knowing that you have 4 actually helps you on like show 1. Do you know what I mean? Like
Right.
I've
Yeah.
shot a bunch of specials.
You got to get the jitters out on the first
And
one.
you're like, all right. And then the
one's
second one's the one. And then, like, all of a sudden I know I have 4. It's like the first show was, like, unbelievable. And I go, I actually think it was unbelievable because I know I have 4.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't think I could actually, I don't think I would have had the same experience if I had.
It's
only
just
2.
so nerve-wracking with the fucking
But I hate-
shitheads and the yelling shit out. You know, like,
It's great. We had this guy, dude. You know, the Celebrities in the Round, right? It's a theater in the Round.
right, okay.
So I'm like, it's unique in the sense that I'm actually almost moving the entire special, like, you know, in some way, like
Right.
pacing. And you know, in any direction there's audience. So like you turn here, there's audience, you know. And I'm walking this way, and at one point it's like I'm walking across the stage, and I look here, and I see somebody going like this, right? Like at the back. And I just, to myself, I'm like, this is going to be a problem, right? Like, I'm like, so I just keep going performing here. And it's like, I hit some punchline, you know, it's like laughs. And then there's a dip, right? There's the natural lull of like, that bit is over. And as it's like about to, the guy goes, Tommy. And I'm like, yes. Hello. He's like, what's up, man? And I'm like, what's up, dude? And he goes, no.
Yeah.
And I go, you think this is the time to do this? Like you're at, and he goes, it is what it is. And I was like, yeah, I guess it is. And then you just see like security come.
Right.
And then after the show, I'm like, what was up? And they go, they couldn't understand why we were throwing them out. And I'm like, really? They're like, yeah, we were just saying what's up. I'm like,
So fucked up.
you know, you're like,
Right. I just saw a Carrot Top show recently.
How was
and
that?
I loved it. I loved it.
in Vegas?
In Vegas, yeah. And somebody piped up with something, and he says, "Oh, hey, yeah, I'm not busy at all right now." It's like, I'm not busy at all. What's going on, dude? And it was just so masterful.
Man, he is. underrated for like how
Criminally-
seasoned a
yeah.
performer the man is too.
Criminally underrated is a title I'm.
Yeah, like the guy's a punchline to a lot of people, and you're like, this guy
Right.
has been fucking hammering this shit.
Since 91.
He's so funny, man.
Yeah, he's a funny dude, and those concepts, like
Yeah.
coming up with that shit,
Right.
they just dismiss them as like prop. You know, it's like and you're like, do you know the thought that it takes to come up
Right.
with that shit to get a laugh out of that? Like,
Dude, I love it.
yeah,
And
I think he's actually a very funny dude.
he's great. We had him on the podcast, and
I gotta get him on.
It was fantastic, and it performed like
Bananas.
I mean, not bananas, but
Performed well.
Yeah, it was
How fucking jacked is he?
not so much anymore.
Oh, he toned it down.
Yeah,
He
and-
went crazy for it. I saw.
Well,
I was
No.
like,
Steve brought it up, and he
I brought it
didn't
up,
really
and-
want to broach the subject.
Yeah, that
this is something, by the way, that is going on more and more. Where I can't say somebody, I can't, because of the fact that they were so adamant. Where like some dude's getting like super crazy jacked, and they're like, I don't want to talk about
right.
that, and you're like, okay, but it's like,
Yeah, I brought it up with Carrot Top, and he said, yeah, the camera adds 10 pounds or something.
But he was
but
fucking.
there's this thing. But here's the thing: like these dudes, like the most famous dudes in Hollywood, right? In like action movies and shit.
Chris Hemsworth.
Hemsworth, The Rock.
Yeah.
I mean, The Rock is juiced to the gills, and you're like,
He's 48.
yeah,
No. He's well over 50 now, The Rock.
Oh, really?
And but here's the thing, man. Like when you're this size, he's like 6'4", 6'5", and you're 265 of just muscle, no body fat, and you're chiseled. Like you know. The human body doesn't just like naturally do this, except for in like the most rare, spectacular cases,
Like
right?
Francis Ngannou.
Ngannou, exactly, something like that. But what's weird is like the complete reluctance to say like, yeah,
I'm juiced to the. It's like, hey kids, this body takes $500,000 a year to get to.
like, why
Correction.
not be
He's exactly 50.
50 years old, right? And like, you know, 50 walking around like that, it's crazy. But what I'm saying is like, why are we pretending? First of all, there's a couple of things. Like, if you think that if you just got on a cycle, you're going to look like The Rock, you're out of your goddamn mind, right?
No.
It takes like an incredible amount of work and dedication and discipline to get there. But why are we all pretending
Right.
like all these dudes aren't on shit? It's fucking crazy. And they all are like, don't talk about it. And you're
Right.
like, all right.
And what I think this came out on the Netflix show Killer Sally, which I quite enjoyed. They said that there was like a bodybuilding competition, and then all of a sudden they made it mandatory no steroids for like 2 years, and like visibly. Like they just weren't so impressive
Yeah.
anymore, and they were like, "Okay, screw that, put it back on."
Back in the yeah.
Nobody wanted to
Yeah.
see these guys look.
There's a lot
like,
of these dudes that are like, don't talk about the fact that I'm on shit. And you're like, it was one of my favorite things when I, you know who Mark Bell is?
Mark Bell.
Mark Smelly Bell. He's like, he was a world-class power lifter. Now he's like a fitness. He developed the slingshot, which is this like thing that, you know, you can helps like bench press. And like when I first met him, I was like, we were looking at like these photos of him doing these crazy power, like 1,200 pound squats and shit. And you're like, Jesus fucking Christ. Like, and he was like, well, you know, I'm on like 20 PEDs. Like, you know, like I'm on all this shit. But like, here's the thing. So he's like, yeah, I'm on that shit. But also like, you also go like, yeah, you know that if you took that shit, you're not squatting that. Like the guy,
Right.
it's a combination of the thing, but he's not going, oh, I never took anything. Like the people live in this fantasy
Right.
of like,
Yeah, own it.
yeah, like Schwarzenegger's like, yeah, we all did steroids. That's
Yeah.
what we like when people are like, you did steroids. He's like, we all did them. Like,
Right.
do you think that if you did steroids, you would look like Arnold fucking Schwarzenegger? Like, it's not that
impossible.
easy, man.
Part of me thinks that it should be a requirement for professional athletes to take performance-enhancing drugs. I mean, who doesn't want to see an enhanced performance?
I mean,
Dude, baseball in like 2006 when like Mark McGwire, Barry Bonds, and Sammy Sosa were crushing home runs, like that was the best time in baseball.
it's the only time I've ever watched baseball.
Exactly.
I can't stand baseball. I just want to see them fucking
Crash home runs.
Yes.
I want to see people roid rage and like break bats over their fucking head or knee, or like get pissed and throw Gatorade onto the field.
But like, for instance, that's an anomaly. Bo Jackson, that's a guy that could do that shit steroid free. He's a freak of nature.
He can run a sideways on walls.
Yeah. That's a once in a generation type of person. But everybody else is probably looking at it like, how do I do that? Steroids. That's how you do that.
Dude.
Yeah.
Nobody's broken a bat over their knee in a long time, have they?
Not that I've seen. He did that shit with ease.
I know, dude. Imagine that. Just
He
how
would do
pissed you
that
have to
with
be.
like, he would do it like it was a twig. He was like, damn. And just like snap a bat over his knee.
Yep. Bo knows, man.
Bo.
Oh.
I would love.
And then he went and played football.
Yeah.
They said that he would show up to camp, right? And camp is like grueling, and it's when you think you're in shape, right? Like players will stay in shape, then they get to camp and they're like, oh, I'm not in game shape, you know? And that Bo would show up like 3 weeks late to camp, and right out of the gate would just be blown by everything. They were like it was like he didn't even need camp.
That's crazy,
Yeah.
dude.
So you're home for a second and just back out on tour.
Back on tour tomorrow. It is the end of my actual. No, I have 3 more weeks of domestic touring, and then it's over December 4th, and then I do Hawaii for New Year's, and then next year is all international dates, and it ends in May.
Wow. So you're gonna have this special in it's just the same show, and then
Well, the thing is, like, we're discussing when to release it. So, like, I don't know when it'll be
is
released.
it gonna be Netflix?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a Netflix special. It'll come out. I don't know when it'll come out. We have to talk about it, but
Is it? Are you doing that Netflix deal where you own it and you're licensing it to them?
no.
Right. Okay. Congrats. That's the.
Yeah. No, I did a different deal.
Yeah.
He's like, they have that deal?
No, that's the thing that they've been doing.
They've been doing the thing.
Yeah. That's a big thing they're doing now, is that they're
It's a licensing deal. They.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, that's killer, man. What can we promote for you?
a bunch of international dates are coming up. We've been moving to bigger. We're doing some arenas in the UK, in London, and Dublin, and Glasgow, and then
Yeah, the UK is our second biggest audience.
yeah, huge audience there. We moved to bigger places in Berlin, and Paris, and Vienna. I'm doing some
bigger places in Paris and Vienna.
Yeah, that's
Because
pretty.
Vienna is going to be more English speaking, but not Paris. Paris.
What ends up happening though is like because I did some of these markets last time, is the people that come to these shows all like I'm doing Chile, Peru, and Mexico City.
I'm looking at a Mexico City show.
Yeah, the people that come are either expats or bilingual. They're fluent English speakers.
Right.
So they actually end up being better audience than you imagine will come to
Right.
the show. So yeah, I just I have those dates, and obviously podcasts all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
That's it.
epic, dude. And you missed a crucial MRI to do this.
To
man.
do this, yeah.
I can't thank you enough, dude.
Yeah, thank
I
you.
might wither away just because I did this.
Yeah. Well, dude, I love you, man.
Love you
Thank
too, man. Thanks, brother.
Can I take a moment to express gratitude that Tom Segura skipped the opportunity to have that crucial MRI so that he could do the Wild Ride podcast with me? What a bro. And what great people you are who stick around to the very end. I love you. Oh, and by the way, my dad's in town. Careful about that whiteboard. Whew. Big time plans going on back there. Yeah, man. And candidly, we shot this today in Austin, and clearly I'm back home already. I had a long and fruitful day. And I love you. Thank you for sticking around. I'm going to bed with Lux.